And good evening everyone. Let's take a check first on the Leeds United lineup tonight. Number 1, John Lukic. At 2, Scott Sellers. 3 is Tony DeRigo. 4, David Batty. 5, Chris Perkler. 6, Chris White. At 7, Gordon Strachan. Wearing 8, Eric Cantona. 9 is Lee Chapman. 10, Gary McAllister. And 11, Gary Speed. Well, Leeds make one change from the team which lost in Germany. Scott Sellers replaces David Rocastle. They line up with Batty at right back, a midfield of Strachan, Speed, McAllister and Sellers. Cantona partnering Chapman up front. Now Stuttgart, Immel, Schaffer, Frontsek, Dubicic, Struns, Buchwald, Buck, Sverrisson, Volta, Gaudino and Kürgel. Like Leeds, Stuttgart make one change from the first leg. Schaffer in for the injured Schneider, the man who marked Cantona in Germany. They have Dubicic as sweeper, and they'll play just one man in attack, that's Volta. Quick look at the substitutes. Rocastle, Hodge and Schutt all figured for Leeds in the first leg. The referee from Denmark, Kent Milton Nielsen. So we're underway in what has been described even by some of those in the Leeds United camp as mission impossible. Remember, no English team has ever come back from a 3-goal deficit in the history of European competition. Leeds are hoping to get the atmosphere going inside Elland Road tonight, and the Stuttgart coach Christoph Daum has described coming here as like looking in the eye of the tiger. Leeds hope that his words will prove to be prophetic. But a 3-goal margin is going to be mighty difficult to chip away at. Dubicic, the sweeper, providing the first test for Chris White. And DeRigo with the long ball, looking for Cantona. And Dubicic there again. Kept in play on that far side. But the linesman had flagged. Free kick to Stuttgart, and alongside me tonight, the Aston Villa manager, Ron Atkinson. Ron, just describe the severity, if you like, of Leeds' task here tonight.
Well, you've said mission impossible, and that's probably the best way of describing it. I think Howard said we'll wait for a goal. I think the first 25 minutes is going to be all important to the game. You know, if they score one, then it's game, shot and match. And what Leeds really need to get going, ahead of steam, corners, free kicks, lift the crowd, get people behind them, and try and frighten the Germans a little bit, but that's going to be some task.
So they've got a free kick there for the foul on Chapman, and that's good news. Buchwald, the captain of Stuttgart, committing the offence. He pushed Chapman in the back, and as many free kicks, corners and pressure all round that Leeds can produce early on here, as Ron was saying, has got to help. An early goal would be marvellous. Strachan sets it up for McAllister. Oh, that was a terrific effort, and Immel punched the ball away. It was hit so fiercely. In goes the throw-in to Chapman. Speed with the cross, and the early pressure has indeed happened.
Yes, well, this is a fine shot, but it's right down the throat of Iker Immel, and he's punched that away a million miles, really. But it's got them the pressure they needed. It's brought them a corner. Now it gives them a chance to load more pressure under the keeper.
Strachan with the kick, and it's not a bad one. It's flicked on and just too deep for Cantona. No, he's retrieved it and sets it up for Sellers. Now McAllister. Ooh, that could easily have caught the goalkeeper unawares then. McAllister almost apologising that he shot rather than crossed, but the goalkeeper was expecting the cross.
Yes, I think as you see him shape up here, he's drawn a line on the target, but there's at least 6 Leeds fellas in there. They'll not be too happy with him wasting that one.
Good header again by McAllister. Cantona just beaten by Dubicic. The goalkeeper can't pick this one up. Now looking for the little man Kürgel, who did so much damage to Leeds in the first leg. And Cantona got a little crack in the face as he won that header. Here's Kürgel. well by David Batty, who's already had one defeat this week. He obviously lost an argument with his hairdresser. Cantona recovered from that crack in the face.
Yes, he'll need to have a much better game tonight than he did out in Stuttgart. As you said, Kugel gave him a little bit of a chasing. Often he and the left full back who's taking the kick now, Franzik, they work little tandem movements, little give and goes, and they do it very, very well.
Franzek's free kick, flicked on by the Icelandic international Sverrisson. He's in there to win it again. White's clearance. And the ball has crossed the line. Leeds throw. Won well by Buchwald. Got most of the early decisions going Leeds United's way. Good header from Cantona, Chapman, Gary Speed, and now Dorigo. Completely missed there by Gaudino. And he was fortunate that Franzek was covering behind him. And certainly the supporters here are doing their bit to keep the noise going and the pressure going as McAllister shoots. And if Chapman had just been a yard further forward, then he might have made contact with McAllister's fiercely hit cross-come shot.
Superb football here. Little layoff now. Watch Cantona dumb it. McAllister, who started the move going, follows his run and flashes it across the box. And as you say, if he could have just thrown his body at it, but that's good for them. It's not all got to be high pressure stuff. They've got to be calculating as well. The good players in the side, the Cantonas, the McAllisters, and the Strackens have still got to keep their heads and use their ability.
McAllister's made a splendid start here, and he's won it back again in this move for Leeds. Now Sellers. Batty has made that into a good ball. He might have a lot of ground, but not quite enough. And there's the haircut I was referring to. Makes him look even fiercer, doesn't it? Aldino. Put on then by Kugel. But Fairclough for Leeds. White under a little bit of pressure, didn't do too well with the clearance. And here's Walter, the man who caused all the damage in Stuttgart with the 2 goals in the space of 5 minutes. Good defending by White that time though. Chapman doing well. Strachan. Cross disappointing, but still possibilities as Dorigo plays it back into the box. Cantona, Schapper across to cover. Leeds get the throw in. Gary Speed. Cantona. And eventually Stuttgart get it away. And they haven't got a single player in the Leeds United half.
Yes, I was just having a look at Leeds tactically at the back. I rather thought they might have put Chris Fairclough man-to-man with Fitzbolter, because they did have problems out in Stuttgart where neither centre-back really picked him up.
Good run here by Scott Sellers for Leeds United. Headed away by Schapper.
And he is a very, very dangerous little fella. The guy that got the 2 goals last time, Fitzbolter.
There he is. He's got a marvellous record. A goal every other game in his league career. And a dangerous looking break here by Stuttgart. Gaudino forward and finds Walter, and it's not a very good return ball.
See, but that's a first-class example there. Although Leeds were actually outnumbering the German attackers, he still managed to get himself free. He doesn't always run forward. He sometimes pulls off defenders and makes little spaces for himself.
Poor clearance by Sverrisson. He's come back to the Icelandic player, and an equally poor effort the second time. It was his shot that set up the second goal for Stuttgart in the home leg. Lukic couldn't handle it. Clearance by Strunz is a good one, and Walter's onside. Oh, this could be fatal for Leeds. Great save by Lukic. That really could have seen the tie slip away. And Walter, the man who scored twice in Stuttgart, has missed a much more difficult chance here tonight that would surely have finished off Leeds United. and he breaks again, but this time he is offside, and there was certainly a hint of that the first time.
Yes, Leeds will probably feel that he got away with something on the first ball. But at least, you see, he's running clear. He's not even running down the line of a defender. Both centre-halves have left him clear.
Great run here by McAllister, and he's won the corner. Well, we've already seen the obvious danger here for Leeds United in their anxiety to go for early goals here. They can leave themselves open to that kind of swift counter-attack. And a goal here for the visitors would just make Leeds' job, well, impossible. Chapman got a little flick header on there. Bergkamp battling for it. McAllister hit the shot and it rebounded and deflected off one of his own players' goal kick.
Yes, they just need a little break on one or two of those, don't they? You know, if they get enough corners, enough free kicks, they do need something to drop nicely from about 10 yards out. I mean, McAllister's had probably 3 or 4 efforts now in the opening stage of the game.
Sellers getting the ball away there from Andreas Buch, number 7, who scored the 3rd goal in Stuttgart. Just coming up to 10 minutes gone tonight at Elland Road. As Sverrisson hits it in again, and Lukic decisive once more. Good early kick. Cantona pressured the defender, who gave it away to Speed. Good work by Gary Speed. And Sellers with an excellent return ball, and Speed's cross was hit first time, it had to be, and the defender was a little lucky there, Schaffer, that the ball hit him. Still 0-0, Stuttgart still with that 3-goal aggregate advantage from the first leg.
Yeah, but if they're going to get into those attacking situations, Leeds, they've been there about 4 or 5 times and haven't really produced the quality of cross Howard Wilkinson would expect. I mean, Leeds generally are regarded as probably the team that crosses the ball best in the country. And yet they've had great situations to put the ball in the box and haven't really put anything in for Cantona or Chapman to feed off.
White takes the free kick, looking for Chapman and finding him. On it goes to Cantona. He got in the way of his own player, McAllister, then. And Galdino knocks it forward. Good work by Bergkamp to win it back. Scott Sellers. That's a good ball, is it? No, well read by Schaffer. But a poor clearance. Gary Speed again. Chapman the target. Football gets it clear. McAllister asking a lot of Batty there, and Batty at least kept going in typical fashion. Good work from Bukva. Then Galdino couldn't control it. McAllister did. Great run by McAllister. And almost inadvertently got it back off the Stuttgart player. Now Dorigo on the charge. Sellers brought down, was he? Play on is the verdict. Strachan. Well, certainly, Ron, you couldn't have asked more for Leeds in terms of pressure early on here.
No, they've got up ahead of steam. As I say, they've still got to keep their heads and produce quality in the top half of the field. I'm just a little bit worried about Cantona. There's 1 or 2 times that he may have sprinted for a couple of balls that played through. Doesn't look completely fit to me, and he will have a big part to play. Out in Stuttgart until he went off, he was a major player for Leeds.
Having a hamstring injury, of course, at the moment, Cantona, though he played against Everton here on Saturday, when Leeds got their 2nd successive win after 6 games without a win. Well, that was a poor kick by Immel. He was very, very lucky then. It went straight to Dubicic, the sweeper. And a few signs of nervousness on the part of these German defenders in the face of this Leeds United pressure.
To be fair, Alan, out in Germany, they didn't look the best defence in the world. They're very reliant upon Buchwald. He is the leader of the team.
Bergkamp knocks it in, and again, they looked a bit anxious then. Klontzek did well to prevent the throw. Batty was fouled, was he, by Gordino? Play on, says the referee. Batty again. Bergkamp knocks it in towards Speed, and it breaks to McAllister. Unlucky, but still danger. Sellers. Good work from Sverrisson, but even better from Chapman, who wins it back. Sellers, brilliant. Good cross to Cantona. Oh, just taken away from him. He was poised and ready to head that one goalwards.
Yeah, that's the best ball they played in yet, that one of Sellers. Schaefer's defended that very, very well.
And Patty's in there again with the cross. Bergloff's header misdirected though. This is Kürgel. Gaudino. Wasn't a bad effort. And I thought it flicked off a Leeds defender, so did he. But the referee has said goal kick.
That's them at the best, actually. From what we saw out in Germany, the Stuttgart team are better when they actually come into your half of the field. They didn't give me all that much confidence defensively when they were put under heavy pressure.
Cleared by Dubicic. White beaten to it by Volta. Dorigo on hand to help him. McAllister. Speed now. Oh, unlucky. Just beat the challenge, but overhit the pass. Incidentally, Leeds' biggest win this season on this ground, 5-0 against Tottenham Hotspur, when Eric Cantona got a hat-trick. And last week in the League Cup they beat Scunthorpe 4-1, but rather more worryingly for Cantona's team, they've only kept clean sheets in 2 of their 12 games so far this season. McAllister finding Cantona. Didn't quite know where the ball was, but keeps possession. And a bit of magic from Eric would do very nicely now. Speed. On it goes to Cantona again. Schaffer got it clear. But Leeds winning all these challenges inside the Stuttgart half. McAllister again. Now White. It's a good ball. Oh, good challenge. Schaffer whipping it off the toe of the Leeds man as he threatened down the left. Dorigo with the throw. That'll be a corner if it goes. No, Buchwald made sure it didn't.
That's the mark of how much he wants to win, you know, Guido Buchwald. He can do the other side of it brilliantly. If they need to chase the game, he'll come flying through the midfield and join up. But all full marks to him, he can defend like an old-fashioned, if you like, an old-fashioned English stopper. And he's taken the responsibility tonight to pick Chapman up.
Cantona finding room and finding speed. And it goes to Chapman, far post. Buchwald's there again, Strachan onto it. And the shot by McAllister. So many bodies at the moment in the Stuttgart penalty area that these shots are unable to find a way through. Good ball, Gaudino. Volta. Buchwald. All won back beautifully by Sellers. And that's what Leeds need. They just, they've got to keep the momentum going. "17 minutes gone at Elland Road. It's still goalless tonight. And therefore Stuttgart still leading on aggregate 3-0. McAllister finding speed onto Strachan. Patty attacking down the right, but he looks for Cantona, and it's a good ball to Speed. What a magnificent goal! It's just what the doctor ordered for Leeds United.
Well, that's brilliant. Spotter's badge here for Strachan. A reverse ball through the air. Cantona's pulled off the defender's shoulder, Speed running from midfield, and a brilliant left-footed volley finish. Classical Leeds football, and just what they needed. Just looking at the watch, 20 minutes coming up, I thought they badly need something now, and that's perfect for them.
A beautifully constructed and finished goal by Leeds United gives them a lead on the night, and nicks a little bit of daylight for them on aggregate. Here's Strachan. Now the whole of Elland Road believing they can do it. Into Cantona, and Sellers onto it. And Chapman with the shot deflected, and the goalkeeper rode his luck then.
You just wonder, Alan, if Sellers had taken the same gamble as Speed did, they might have had an absolute replica of the goal.
Batty winning it well. There's a tenacity and determination and belief about Leeds United here that is encouraging to see. Walter playing it forward though, Godino into the gap. Good work, what a great tackle by Fairclough. And if their defenders keep working like that, then anything's possible. Batty, McAllister. Buchwald concedes the throw and Leeds want to get on with it. McAllister.
Well, what it does mean, of course, now is they don't have to chase the game quite as frantically. They can afford to be a little bit more patient, and they can also afford, the defenders now are the most important players for me. I believe Leeds will score more goals, but I'm not sure that the Leeds defence will concentrate for the full 90 minutes.
Well, Howard Wilkinson said that despite the fact that it may have looked mission impossible, the tie isn't over yet, he said. I'm confident we can score goals. Tonight is about character and nerve and passion, and we've seen plenty of everything so far. And here's Cantona. And he tried to chip the goalkeeper, but didn't get it right. Mind you, that awful free kick just underlined the nervousness running through this Stuttgart side at the moment. Walter's gone down injured inside the Leeds half. Batty plays it forward for Chapman. Good running by Lee Chapman here. Buchwald right behind him. He needs some support now and gets it from Batty. Odino's clearance. Walter back on his feet for Stuttgart. Great ball by Speed. If Batty can reach it, then he can. Pulls it back in low. And cleared. Looked like handball, but Gaudino allowed to get away with it. Good running by him. Speed's tackle, and the referee has whistled free kick. And the yellow card for Gary Speed, which seemed very, very harsh to me. We saw the referee in Moscow last night in the Manchester United game waving the yellow card like confetti. I hope this referee, who's also from Denmark, isn't going to follow suit.
I'm just wondering whether he's actually given this for the free kick or something, or for something Speed might have said. It didn't actually look a foul. Speed actually looks as if he's made contact with the ball, but he appeared to pass a remark afterwards. It appeared as if he made a gesture towards the Danish referee, who presumably would speak English.
I think everybody speaks English when it's swear words, don't they, amongst the refereeing fraternity? Gary Speed caution then. "21 minutes gone here at Elland Road, and the crowd have played their part in whipping up a tremendous atmosphere, and Leeds United have been rewarded with a goal. They lead 1-0 but trail on aggregate 3-1. Stuttgart have a free kick. Looks like Frontsek, the player who could be lining up the shot. Struntz, the number 5, over the ball. And the shot straight at the wall. And here's Struntz again. And a good ball for Kergel. Run. Gary Speed doing well, and Leeds keep the momentum going. Good run by Dorigo. Cantona's header. Oh, he just slipped McAllister. That was unfortunate. And the ball again given away by Stuttgart. Batty, Strachan. Good work by Strachan. Just too far for Chapman, but it comes out to Sellers. Strachan again at the heart of it. Lofted in towards Chapman, who wins the header. Sverrison's clearance, and it's all out pressure on that Stuttgart goal. A bad ball though by White, lucky to get it back. And again. Now Speed. Good ball. McAllister. Oh, he's done well here, McAllister, and a good cross, just too deep for Chapman, but they've got a corner out of it.
Yes, well, at the moment, Leeds midfield are in total command. Gary Speed, Gary McAllister, little Strachan. Every time the ball's played forward, they sprint forward, and the Stuttgart midfield aren't the best trackers in the world. I mean, McAllister's nearly got into the box spare on about 3 or 4 occasions now. Speed did for the goal.
Strachan's corner, a good one, and the keeper's missed it completely. Back in from McAllister. Bookball. Total confusion, but now the danger momentarily of a counter-attack, but it was nipped in the bud by Sellers' challenge. Here's Frontsek. Kergel did well there and has held off McAllister. It's a good run by the number 11. Needs some help now. Wasn't a bad back either. Batty read it fortunately for Leeds.
Yes, he's a danger man. He's somebody they've got to stop the ball going to left-sided player Kugel.
Kergel's there again. Batty wins it back. Good clearance. Oh no, it wasn't. Gaudino read it. Good work from Dubicic. And even better by White. And that's Leeds United's throw, and the first really concerted period of pressure, if you can call it that, from Stuttgart in the game. Wasn't really pressure at all, but they've got the ball again now. Frontsek. Sverrisson. This is Brook on the right. Now Schapper. He can't be allowed to run too far from Leeds' point of view, and the referee says play on. Here's Cantona. Great run by Cantona. Oh, it's a brilliant run. And Strachan battling to win it back. That's great to see by Leeds. Dubicic. Good work by Buck, but Dorigo takes it off him, and then he's hauled down. Free kick to Leeds.
They're so important at this stage now that Leeds don't step off the pedal, that they keep the foot hard on the right down on the pedal. Keep battling, keep contesting everything. Don't give the Stuttgart team a chance to start passing the ball about. They look as if they want a bit of time and a bit of space, and they want a steadier game, the Stuttgart.
Chapman beaten to the header, but it breaks to McAllister. Chip back in, and there's a brilliant effort. And in fact, I say brilliant effort, but that might go down as a missed opportunity by Fairclough.
Yes, he's got it brilliantly, Chris Fairclough. Lovely little turn back here. Once again, you'll see when this is flicked on, when it's competed for in the middle. First to appear is a Leeds midfield player, McAllister, and he stands this right to the second post there. And he's got it very well as Chris Fairclough, and just couldn't get over it. It will go down as a miss, but it wasn't the easiest of chances, that. But it does show the value of when the Leeds midfield break.
Volta trying to break inside the Leeds half. Fairclough back defending now. It's a good ball for Buck. And a poor cross to the relief of John Lukic, who in fact is the only survivor of Leeds' last win in Europe 13 years ago. The goalkeeper played against Valletta. Replaced the injured David Harvey for that match. Chapman, Strachan. Strachan's in there again, and was that a foul? The referee doesn't think so. Batty beaten in the challenge, that doesn't happen often. This is Volta, he's got 3 in support here. Gaudino is one of them, danger here, and he's done it again, Lukic. Twice now, with only the goalkeeper to beat. Stuttgart have failed to beat him.
But they've got through too easy again there, haven't they? I mean, it was very predictable. It was a lovely measured through ball, but Gaudino should never have got to that first. The Leeds central defender should have been sealing that off.
There goes Schapper with a run, and Lukic in the right place again. It's a brilliant match, this, in terms of entertainment, that's for sure. Free kick to Leeds.
And if Leeds could get another one, particularly before half-time, it would all go off them, wouldn't they? They'd be kicking towards the favourite end. The crowd would absolutely will them a goal. But I do preach a little bit of caution there with those central defenders.
There's Cantona. And he did well to get any kind of shot in there, really.
Well, I thought in the earliest part of the game, I thought he looked to be a little bit hampered, but certainly he's been a hell of a thrown in the side. He's fought for everything. The ball has been knocked to him. In actual fact, I think Leeds would have a little bit of joy if they pull him to the back stick, Cantona, when they're developing attacks, and let Chapman take Guido Buchwald towards the near post, because very much in the air, Cantona looks as if he's winning things.
White wins that header for Leeds, and then given away by speed, offside. Chapman won it well, and again a hurried clearance, and Buchwald straight against Chapman. He did well there, Chapman. He did really well even to reach that, never mind make a cross as deep as that, and they just kept the pressure on. Good work by Dorigo. White, Strachan, Cantona, great header back to Strachan, and on it went, intended for McAllister, but sadly this time didn't find the target. McAllister available again. Bit lucky there, Leeds, but White was very determined in the tackle. Strachan. Oh, he hit it straight against Gary's speed, but they're getting one or two of the lucky breaks as well at the moment, Leeds. McAllister finds Chapman. And McAllister again. Now speed. Good ball for Strachan. Batty. Back it goes to Strachan. And McAllister. Smashing football by Leeds. And that's a corner. Batty's persistence then and leads a corner when it seemed the move had broken down. And another problem for Eike Immel, the former German international goalkeeper, as Leeds win another corner kick. Into Chapman, and McAllister, that could have gone anywhere. Strachan, that did go almost anywhere. Could have gone anywhere, and I think Dubicic would wish it probably had have done. I mean, he took that one full in the face. It was a tremendous drive from Gary McAllister. It looked goal bound to me, but I wonder whether there's a suggestion of a penalty there by Buchwald. He doesn't like Chapman leaning in front of him, and he does have a tendency to sort of claw over him. Streck must have been reading comics with that one, actually. Mind you, it's his left foot, to be fair to the lad, but good spell this for Leeds. And to be fair, they don't look the best defensively, do they? They do not. I mean, it looks as if there's goals in it for Leeds. I just, at the risk of saying it again, I just wish that White and Fairclough would maybe take a grip of Volta and just lock it out at that end and make sure nothing goes in at that end. Now, Dubicic, the Yugoslav who took that shot full in the face, is all right to continue. You might not know whether he's in Leeds or Moscow or Yugoslavia or Stuttgart at the moment, but he's got to carry on. "14 minutes remaining in the first half, and Leeds United 1-0 up on the night, 3-1 behind on aggregate. But playing well enough here to suggest that what had looked an impossible mission might not be so. Batty. Cantona the target, and he wins it. That's the sort of situation I'm talking about. If Chapman can keep Buchwald towards the near post, miss him out with the cross, Cantona's well got the beating of Schaefer. I mean, he set the goal up with the same situation. He's nearly scored himself there, and he's right on the ball at the moment. Chapman again, and they broke this time kindly for Stuttgart, and Dubicic roars forward. Got Volta ahead of him, and Buch. And number 7 gets into the penalty area, and he scored! And you could hear a pin drop at Elland Road. Out of absolutely nothing, Stuttgart have got a killer goal. Well, that's an absolute joke, isn't it? I mean, Buch looked to me as if he was embarrassed when the ball was laid off to him, but the Leeds defenders back off him here. They
They look as if they push him inside. He's got tremendous pace, the lad, and it looks as if they said, all right, we'll turn him inside. What they've done, they've actually backed them right into the box. Maybe got an ugly little bounce for John Lukic, who once again may have been a little bit far over. 1 or 2 goals have gone past Big Lukic, a bit like that this season. It's a good shot, got an ugly bounce. But the Leeds defence was so slack at a time when I'd have bet good money on them pulling the thing out the fire.
Well, that really has changed the perspective of this match. But Leeds aren't too deflated, it seems. They're still tenacious enough to keep going forward. They've got to, but my word, what a job they face now. 4-1 behind on aggregate, and an away goal, of course, for Stuttgart.
Correct, and they've played so well. I mean, they have looked a bit suspect, haven't they, at the back? They've had 2 good chances prior to that of Stuttgart from probably their only 2 attacks. Volta and was it Gardino missed a good chance.
1-1 then, the score tonight. 4-1 the aggregate score. Well, if Leeds could get something back here before half-time, then at least the fires would be lit again, as Beresson got it away. But really, you could just feel the air coming out of the balloon when that goal went into the net. Here's Sellers. Enough, Stuttgart now have grown a little in confidence after that goal. Good challenge though by Sellers, what I thought it was. The referee has given a free kick.
Yes, I mean, what must be said on the credit side was just prior to the goal, Dubicek, the sweeper, had broke up a Leeds attack, burst out with the ball, and you know, there's a lot of talk about sweepers and so forth. They carried it the length of the field before just joining up with the rest of his players. It was about the only time I think Leeds had conceded midfield virtually the whole of the first half.
White under pressure again from Volta. And 1 or 2 of the little deflections and decisions beginning to go Stuttgart's way. A real setback, that goal. You really felt that Leeds had got the impetus going. Good ball, speed finding Strachan. They've got to keep believing now, Leeds United. Here's Volta though, and on to Frontsek. Good running by the number 3.
You see, all of a sudden we're seeing players that hadn't turned up for the first 40 minutes or so. I mean, Frontsek looked very nervous. I mean, he nearly gave a goal away with a bad free kick. Hasn't defended too well. Now all of a sudden he's driving out and becoming an auxiliary attacker, if you like.
Strachan. Batty. Chapman almost found a way through to Cantona. White. McAllister took that one brilliantly. Batty. First time ball towards Cantona. Well, he's winning the headers, but not getting any real power behind them.
Yeah, well, what that would have done, it would have taken a little bit, or quite an amount of the belief that Leeds had. You generally felt round the stadium, I certainly felt it up here, that Leeds could bring up a miracle tonight. Now they're going to have to bring up a double miracle now, because as I say, what it's done, it's allowed them to get some confidence.
Here's Beresson for Stuttgart. Frontsek. Gerbil. Beresson chasing and winning it well. But White in there for Leeds. Good ball on to Sellers. Strachan making a great run in the outside right position. In it goes to Chapman, who was hauled down. Penalty. Absolutely spot on there, the referee. Buchwald had him in a bear hug. No question, that was a penalty.
Well, for me, I think he's done this 3 times. Not only does he hug him to the ground, I actually think he handballs it as well. He can have no complaints about that.
So what a moment then for Leeds United here. 7 minutes to half-time. They've got a glorious opportunity to go in front again. A penalty. Gary McAllister will take it. What a vital kick this is. He scored! It's 2-1 to Leeds. They've restored their lead on the night.
Oh, that's a perfect penalty. He's had any number of shots tonight, and for me at the moment has been the outstanding player on the field, Gary McAllister. He's driven the game. He's won all those areas. Tell you what, his wife don't get that close to him. Look at that. What's he up there? Buckfold. An experienced defender like that, but that shows the nerves. But this is a perfect penalty, isn't it? Big moments. Oh, no way in the world. Nobody could. 2 goalies couldn't have stopped that.
Terrific spot kick under pressure. And Manchester United found out last night how difficult they are. And Buckfold in trouble. Found a route out of it. White's header. 4-2, the aggregate score now in favour of Stuttgart. And Lukic chasing hard to make sure that didn't go for a corner. He did really well then, the keeper. It's gone out of play, but it could have been a corner. And there's confirmation of the position on the night and the aggregate score there. 4-2 still to Stuttgart. If we carry on like this, the pocket calculators are going to be coming out later. Stuttgart, remember though, had that away goal which could be important. But at least Leeds United have lit the fires again. That's the really important thing. 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Sellers. Dubicic's header, back in it comes off Frontsek, and now to Strachan. Batty. Good first time ball, Chapman takes it on the thigh and allows Strachan to carry on, and is brought down by Frontsek, and Frontsek becomes the second player in the game to be cautioned. I was just going to say, if Speed was booked for what he did earlier, then certainly Frontsek deserved it then.
Yes, the old nerve ends are fraying a little bit then. That little man Strachan will know how to attack defenders. But once again, some good build-up play when Lee Chapman shows to the first post. It means Buckfold can't really get at him, as we saw with the penalty. And Buckfold does not like him dragging him across the box.
Now a good free kick here could be so important. Dubicic got it away though. Dorigo, well that was a bit Roy of the Rovers really by Tony Dorigo. McAllister's penalty has given Leeds United the lifeline here. Headed on by Sverrisson. Leeds have it back again though. Foul by Cantona. Free kick to Stuttgart, who incidentally are third in the German Bundesliga at the moment, having won 4, drawn 3 and lost only 1 game in the domestic competition this season. Former UEFA Cup finalists and a very experienced side. Here's Sverrisson. Foul given for the challenge by Dorigo. Buckfold has gone forward for the free kick, tracked all the way back by Chapman. An inventive sort of free kick, but it didn't come on. Now Dubicic suddenly found himself under pressure and has given it away. Free kick been given for offside.
Alan, Dubicic's an awful defender, you know. He's a very, very good player when he's got time and space at the back as a spare man. But when people put pressure on him, he looks to me as if he's one that will definitely go under. He'll crack. I think that's so important that the lead strikers don't drop off too deep and allow him a lot of space, but even take their markers back and sort of parallel with him and flatten him out, if you like.
2 minutes to half-time here. Chapman for Leeds United, who lead 2-1 on the night, but trail 4-2 on aggregate. They've got the impetus back, Leeds. That's the really important thing. Fairclough. Speed. Chapman. He was looking to set Strachan free. Now instead it's Fronczek who sets Gaudino free, and great running by the goal scorer, but Garrigo intercepts, and it's just crossed the line, unfortunately. Lukic believed he kept it in play, but the linesman says corner. And the Leeds fans howl their disapproval. A minute to half-time. And the supporters here have certainly done their bit tonight in making Stuttgart feel very uncomfortable. In high towards Dubicic, and Buchwald got it in, and Dubicic's there again. Great save, Pedersen, and the linesman's flag. The referee though has waved play on, and Lukic for the third time in the half came to Leeds United's rescue then.
I think the Leeds crowd would have been very upset then if there had been a goal resulting there, because the linesman clearly flagged them offside. I don't think the referee's got too much right there when the linesman's in a better position to call it, to wave play on.
That's a foul. And the yellow card, I think he showed it to Sverrisson then. No, perhaps it was Kurgel, the number 11. In fact, I think it was definitely Kurgel.
But I think Sverrisson should have got it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Sverrisson just tumbled into the...
Strange verdict there by the referee. Lukic with a good kick. Chapman backheads it, and Kurgel's missed it. Patti. Cantona. Speed! Oh dear.
Desperately unlucky. That didn't quite stand up for him. Bit of a crowd scene in the penalty box. But once again, the value of Eric Cantona in the box. Little chip here from Patti. Makes himself something, and he doesn't just hit it aimlessly. He knocks it down into Speed's run.
And the referee, in fact, has called a halt. That's the half-time whistle. And the scoreline, Leeds United 2, Stuttgart 1.
So we're no worse off than when we started the game. The only thing that we know now that we didn't know then is we know we can beat them. Before the game, you know, that was a question mark, but after that we know we can beat them. Thanks.
The words of Howard Wilkinson as the second half gets underway, with Leeds straight on the attack again with Scott Sellers. The shot rather wild at the end of it, but he did really well to set up the opening. Well, Ron, the question I'm sure everyone at home and certainly here in the ground is wondering is, can Leeds turn this round? Can they get those goals?
I think they can. I think they can. It's a question whether they can hold the other end clear, but I certainly think they can score the goals. They have played at a high pace, and the people that's going to have the most effect on should be the midfield players. But when you look down, you know, they've got Hodge, who's a very, very good player to come on, capable of scoring goals, and also Rocastle, who did fairly well in the first half of the previous game. So they've got quality on the bench to reinforce the likes of maybe Strachan or Sellers if they run out of steam.
Can we just underline it that if, providing Stuttgart don't score again, of course, Leeds need another 3 goals. They need a total of 5 goals here to win this tie on aggregate.
I mean, I'm a bit like Howard Wilkinson there, having seen them. I don't think this team is a very, very good defensive side at all. All right, you talk about disciplines and all that, but this is where I think they are good. These sort of people. Kugel, who they've kept quiet on the left wing, and this little fella, Fritz Walter.
Good run that by Volta, earning the throw-in for Stuttgart, who won their German championship last season on goal difference on the final day of the season, just as they did the previous time they won the title in 1984. Amazing coincidence that. Dubicic knocking it in. White gets it clear. Garrigo just beaten to it. And Buch, the Stuttgart goal scorer, tried to hold on to the ball, and I think the referee might caution him for that. Quite right. He was definitely trying to waste time.
The other thing, of course, be interesting to see what tactics Stuttgart employ. Certainly the obvious thing would be to sit on your 3-goal lead with 45 minutes. I mean, they've got half the time to score the goals leads that they had to start the game with. But Stuttgart, when they turned the gears up second half out in Germany, looked a very, very impressive side. I just wonder whether the coach might decide to say, hang on, let's try and get another goal.
Here's Leeds looking for another goal, and again, anxiety at the back as Strunz got the ball clear. Leeds United get the throw, and they've taken it quickly to Sellers. Good challenge by Strunz, former Bayern Munich player, and sees the throw. Leeds keep the impetus going. It'll be a long throw by Gary Speed. Chapman on the near post. It's gone in fact, towards White. Kergel gets it clear. Batty. Garrigo had to hit that first time. And Gaudino finally got it away.
So I think I would imagine he'd probably give Scott Sellers another 15 minutes. Hasn't played a lot of football this season, and maybe if the game hasn't changed by then, bring Gary Speed out onto his normal left-hand side position and bring Hodgie, who's well capable of scoring, into that little inside left position.
Yes, they certainly have some very interesting possibilities still on the bench here, Leeds. But the 11 who started the match have done exceptionally well for them so far. Good clearance that. Volta, the ever-present danger inside the Leeds half. Ooh, it was close that between Batty and Fairclough, but they got away with it. Lukic, I'm sure, didn't mean to find Garrigo with that kick. White under pressure and just turned away from Gaudino in the nick of time. Sellers. Garrigo kept it in, did he? Yes. And Tanar beaten to it. Gaudino. Looking for Book, couldn't find him. Leeds throw. Gary Speed. Oh, good control by Lee Chapman. And a great ball. Batty. First time intended for Cantona, I think. But Lee Chapman's part in that move, absolutely brilliant.
If we're getting back to that thing again about quality. Alright, he's an international player, is David Batty, and it was an ugly one. It was on the run, but he should still have had enough ability to have kept that one in a danger area.
He applauds Chapman's contribution and is obviously disappointed with his own. Svedderson getting it into the Leeds half. Gaudino, and it breaks for Volta. Book running with Garrigo down this flank, and that's a goal kick. Well, the linesman gave a goal kick and the referee has overruled him.
Alan, that's the best dummy of the night. The linesman actually gave a goal kick and very quickly changed it to a corner.
Came off the Stuttgart player, no question. This corner should not have been given. It's a dangerous one too, and Svedderson met it well. And Dubacik's in there. Sellers gets it away. Back in from Strunz. Lovely control by Kergel. Now the linesman's flagged for offside. Referee said play on. Speed. The linesman's trying to make up for his error there. Strachan now. Cracking ball. Not quite deep enough, but it comes to Batty. And it deflects towards Speed, and he almost got a touch onto it. Goal kick, he thinks it should have been a corner. Well, this is one of the best European ties I've seen for a long time.
Oh, it's a magnificent game. He was a touch unlucky there, Speed. He was right, it should have been a corner.
It was. Once again, the referee made the wrong decision on a corner kick, and neither of the decisions went Leeds' way. Sellers hoofs it forward for Chapman. And he kept it in, did he? Well, I don't know how the linesman managed to see that crossing the line from half a pitch away, and Chapman's furious with the linesman, and I can understand why. I thought he kept that in.
Oh, it was hard to see from here in all fairness. What Lee Chapman should learn is the lesson from last night, if you like. Let's keep your mouth shut, it's out. When it was in the air, it was out. But I mean, we saw what happened at Manchester when somebody showed dissent. That's the last thing Leeds can do.
Cantona with a little header.
Oh, what a pity he couldn't have just dropped that off square. Lee Chapman was steaming in unmarked. But he has been a thorn, hasn't he, tonight, Cantona? Every time it's gone in, something looks likely to happen.
Good clearance by White. Chapman with a lovely little ball for McAllister. Strums with the clearance. Front second immediately under pressure from Gordon Strachan. And then Batty. Leeds have absolutely got the bit between their teeth tonight. They are contesting every single challenge. If only they hadn't had that mad few minutes in the first leg in Stuttgart. If only. White finding Dorigo. It was a tricky ball back and White didn't quite know what to do then. Lukic concedes the throw and they really were the architects of their own misery then, Leeds.
Don't think I've ever seen Chrissy White so nervous. He's a very, very steady sort of a lad. Normally one that looks unflappable, but tonight he has looked as if the nerves are going a little bit.
He was in there to win that though. Speed with the clearance. Sellers racing forward and the Book hits it back. Keeper couldn't handle that one. Good header again by White. Now McAllister, that's short, and Dorigo beaten to it, but White covering well again. Kept it in play, brilliant. Sellers. Now it's out of play. Stuttgart's throw in. Sellers disappointed with himself then. Leeds United in their heyday in the 60s and 70s appeared in 5 European finals. They'll be grateful just for a place in the next round this year. And as the clock ticks on here, their problems get deeper and deeper, and Dubicic trying to make them even worse. And he finds Bolter, and Bolter with a good chip to the far post, looking for Godino. And Kürgel gets it in again to the number 10. That's a corner.
Yes, they have got that ability to break and counter-attack because they've got good wide players when they're coming forward. I shouldn't think Howard was too happy with Speed's attempted a tackle on the sweep of Dubicic there, though.
Oh, it missed everybody out, and football shot was wild, fortunately for Leeds United. It was his goal 4 minutes from the end of the last game last season that won the title and enabled Stuttgart to take their place in the Champions Cup. Minutes gone in the second half here. Leeds United are beating Stuttgart tonight 2-1. They're 4-2 down on aggregate.
Yeah, what is a little bit disappointing from Leeds' point of view is the Germans, to a certain extent, have denied them much of the attacking play they would have wanted to do. They haven't let them build up that head of steam they had early doors.
But here goes Cantona on a typical weaving run. Gary McAllister and now Dorigo. In high, Cantona's header.
I'll tell you what, he has been magnificent tonight, hasn't he, Cantona? I don't think I've seen him play some useful games this season, but I've never seen him look as effective and as fiery as he is tonight. Everything that's thrown in there, he's gone for. He's terribly unlucky with that.
Of course, he blamed himself for the mistake which led to the first Stuttgart goal in the away leg, and he's very determined to make up for that tonight, and has done so in a manner. Stuttgart get the throw in. The tie still very much alive though from Leeds United's point of view, but they need a goal quickly now. Offside. Ludwig Kürgel clearly offside. Another good header by Cantona. Finds Chapman. Footballed across to cover. Leeds throw. And the Elland Road roar waves around the stadium again. They've been magnificent tonight, the Leeds fans. Rigo looking for McAllister out on that touchline. That's a great header in. Chapman can get there. He did well enough. And football under pressure. He wins it back again.
I mean, when you look at the likes of Guido Buchwald, who's played in every major tournament and a World Cup winner, I bet he's never in his life felt as much under pressure as he does tonight. And he's got to be their responsible player.
Yes, over 50 caps for Germany, including the 1990 World Cup final, as you say. Leeds get the decision again. It's their throw. Cantona. Batty wins it back. Strachan. Cantona's given it away this time, but so has Godino to Gary Speed. Cantona the target again, and he wins yet another header, and is claiming that went off the Stuttgart defender, but the referee has said goal kick.
Looking at him now, talk about him being a Frenchman, he looks a typical old-fashioned English centre-forward, doesn't he? He was actually calling for this ball to Speed, stick it up in there, let me go for it. This is a little interesting thing. I wonder why the Leeds back four don't push up a little bit higher. Because he's only kicking the ball just over the halfway line, and the Leeds back four is a further 15 yards back there.
Sverrisson brought down then by Speed.
Point I'm making, Al, is instead of the likes of Dorigo or Sellers trying to claim that ball, the big central defenders could be coming through on that.
A youthful looking Danish referee has given the free kick to Stuttgart. It's a strange free kick, that. Sverrisson did well actually, because I'm not sure he was expecting the ball. Frontsek. Patty trying to win it back. Off the little man Kürgel. Stuttgart keep possession with Frontsek and Kürgel again. It's the German team's throw. Off Patty. Aldino. That was handball, wasn't it? Certainly looked like it. The referee has said play on.
I do not believe that decision at all.
Handle the ball, didn't he, the German player?
Oh, nothing sure, he caught it.
They still had laces, he would have taken it out. Offside, isn't it? No! Walter has been allowed to go on and lifts the ball goalwards, and White just about gets it clear, and Dorigo turns away from danger, and Leeds were living on a slender thread then, all right. I can't remember a game where there have been so many opportunities for both sides. It's been a magnificent European night, this. Here's Scott Sellers, now Chapman, now Cantona. Strachan joins in. Flicked away, it'll be a corner if it goes, and it's gone. Corner to Leeds. But Leeds close to conceding one at the other end. Helter-skelter football this. The pace unrelenting. The entertainment 5-star. Flicked on by White. McAllister. Well, he almost cleared the roof of the stand with that shot. What a pity.
Would have been interesting to see just where he could have squeezed that one in, wouldn't it?
Well, the hour mark has been and gone.
I think Chrissy White could move across here, and I'm pretty sure he'll try and load this on top of Dorigo. He's done every other one. If Chrissy White takes a position for the 20 yards this side, he'll win this ball. See, the Germans are deliberately keeping the high ball away from the Leeds central defenders. They're trying to load it onto the smaller players in the team.
Foul there by Buchwald, bringing down Gary Speed. Dorigo at an early free kick into Chapman. out again. But Leeds have it back with speed. Free kick. He was obstructed by Dubici. White, Fairclough, Chapman, Speed, Cantona, they're all poised for this free kick. Sellers will deliver it. And not a bad one either. Oh. Not sure who won the header in the end. Was it Eric? It was Cantona. Just wide.
Yes, he may have got a sighting on this a little bit late, but that's a good chance. He's caught it fairly solid. And he's probably only just missed, but at this level and at this stage of this tournament, that's a very, very good chance.
Oh, good header by Speed and a mistake. Cantona onto it here. Calm defending though by Schaffer.
A little bit unfortunate, Leeds, as well, you know, that they haven't got Wallace. If there's something they're lacking up front, it's a little bit of instant pace. Somebody that can burn a defender off with his pace.
Yeah, Rod Wallace injured, so is Mel Sterling. Otherwise, they've got a pretty full squad from which to pick tonight. Offside. Volta. Stuttgart are warming up all their substitutes, incidentally, on this touchline, where the linesman flagged then, and Leeds have got theirs ready for action as well. Speed providing the action on the pitch. Cantona's header hit the defender. Relentless pressure though still from Leeds. Strachan. And it goes to Cantona. Sets it up for McAllister. Strachan did well. Chapman far post and hits the post. Difficult angle for him.
Probably the first clear header or first chance of a header he's had tonight. This was unlucky here. Just didn't fall right for Gary McAllister. But that's brilliant football from the little man. Great ball in, stands it above everybody. And I think that's a sitter. A sitter for a fellow like Lee Chapman. I mean, that is his forte, coming in round the back of everybody. And I would think that he'll look at that tonight and think I should have really put us back in the race.
Yeah, into the side netting. Cantona keeps the pressure going, but has given it away. But Batty in there to win it back again. Brilliant stuff from Batty. And he wins the free kick. I think Leeds would rather the referee had said play on then. They were in a strong position.
It's amazing. The game was going very quiet, and then they had the free kick that Sellers loaded into the box and Cantona went narrowly wide on. Now all of a sudden you can feel it throbbing again. The game's coming back to life again.
Now, can we have a bit of magic here from this Leeds free kick? Can we have another goal to bring this match? Well, it's hardly needs bringing back to life. Set up for Dorigo. It's never been anything other than fabulous entertainment, this. Batty. Fairclough will have to stretch and couldn't reach it. The clock sadly ticks on for Leeds. Time running out for them. They lead 2-1 on the night. They trail 4-2 over the two legs. Whatever happens here tonight, Leeds have put up a magnificent performance though. Strachan. In it goes to Cantona. And a good ball too. And Cantona! Yes! Favourite Frenchman has given them hope again.
Well, nobody deserved that more than Cantona. He's made a cross run, he's forced his way into the box. He's a big lad and he's kept his cool. At the time I thought he was going over the top, to be fair, but he's tucked that away. Nobody deserves a goal more than him. Good flight into the box. Good flight into the box. Watch him, his persistence and strength here. I don't think people realise, you know, is that an own goal? I'm not quite sure that didn't come off a German boot there.
Might have done, but who cares? It's a goal in the Stuttgart net. And it's 3-1 now on the night to Leeds United. It's 3-4 against them on aggregate. They still need 2 goals, remember, to win this tie. And on my watch, we've had about 22 minutes play in the second half. White drives it forward. There's Cantona again. Good ball. McAllister going in with his boot dangerously high. He didn't mean that. That was a complete accident. He was just so determined to win it. Frontek's very angry with him, but that was not malicious play at all by McAllister.
In all fairness to you though, Alan, on the continent they hate that. You know, they hate you picking your boot up at all. Very seldom is it seen. And Gary McAllister, as you say, in his keenness and enthusiasm, but he was very, very high.
Sverrisson, the Icelandic boy, is the player who got the brunt of that. And the coaches and Peter Hernus, the general manager, out on the touchline complaining about the challenge. And here it was. To me, that was a complete accident.
I bet Sverrisson doesn't think that. Yeah, you're right, it was. What I'm saying is they don't like people lifting the boots up at all on the continent. There are other habits they've got which we wouldn't, which we're not au fait with, you know, the blocking off, the obstruction, tackling from the back, the cynical stuff, but that's something they go wild about.
We can have another look at the goal now to decide who it finally went in off.
Yeah, I must admit, I thought I saw a German boot. He just get the nudge on him. It looks very much like Schaefer just got the nudge there, you know.
Strange one, that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But anyway, as I say, who cares?
I wish you'd do 2 more. I wish you'd get a hat-trick. We can do that.
Well, I'm sure Eric will want the goal credited to him, and if it is, it's his 7th of the season. Here's Buck. Ball given away by the number 5, Strums, Chapman. Strums won it back, but it's a throw. Good early ball in. Oh, good control by Cantona again. And speed in determinedly. And determination is really the perfect way to sum up how Leeds have played here tonight. I think the Stuttgart player there is putting it on a little bit. The referee's not impressed. Play on, he says. Good cross too. Oh, White getting in on the far post. It's all happening here at the moment. Strachan. That'll be a goal kick. The referee's only just spotted the injured player.
It's a centre forward Falter, isn't it? I bet what we are now seeing, and I don't think it's been quite as apparent this year with the Leeds team, is this is an old-fashioned now Leeds cavalry charge, where the crowd are up, they're chasing, you feel that you score every time they go to a wide position, and something of quality comes from the flanks.
There's Sellers. Throw in. Incidentally, Britain's other European Cup representatives, Rangers, 3 up against Lungu now, the Danish side, and so it looks as though they're through. The noise here, unabating, and so too is the Leeds United's pressure. A memorable night, whatever the final outcome. And sadly, that'll be a goal kick. Well, Ron, you believed all along that Leeds could do this. Still believe they can?
Yes, I think it's obviously going to take some sort of superhuman effort now. But what I base that on is the fact I don't think Stuttgart are as good. I heard Howard say at half-time, and that was very much my feelings. I didn't know in Germany just how good a side they were. But tonight, having watched them the first 20 minutes or so, they're not a very, very good defensive side at all for me.
Cantona on the chase again. Fergal got back. Oh, that was marvellous pressure again from Leeds United, and you got it smack in a painful part there.
Come on, little man, come on, it's only pain. Don't worry, it's only pain. That's what all those bananas he eats are for, so he can overcome that.
He has been magnificent, inspirational tonight, Strachan.
Well, he should be able to run about like that. He's only, what, 36, isn't he? Something like that?
Yeah, strip of a lad. In the UEFA Cup, I can tell you that Glasgow Celtic, hold on a second, as Batty defends here. Glasgow Celtic are beating Cologne, another German team, 3-0 on the night, 3-2 on aggregate.
Just makes you wonder if that's some sort of an omen. Because they wouldn't have fancied
Sorry, Ron.
They wouldn't have fancied their chances of pulling that back, would they?
I hear that Hearts are 4-2 up on the night against Slavia Prague and 4-3 on aggregate. Who said British football's dead? 18 minutes to go. Leeds 3-1 up, needing 2 goals to go through. Good header away by White. Scott Sellers onto it. Now McAllister. Sellers again. Good ball. Cantona. Strachan is struggling a little bit. I would have expected him to get forward then. I think that blow in the stomach before has winded him badly. Now Batty has gone into a forward position, although that could be tactical perhaps, Ron.
Yeah, I think you'll find the little Strack's probably just filling in holes for him at the moment. But I think you'll find as the game goes into... I was talking to Howard before the match about how we would play it. He said, well, we have to play most of it from the guts point of view. He said, but if it comes to the end, then we'll throw everything at them in the last 10 minutes and just get the trumpets out and blaze away. And I think you'll find if that happens, they'll probably play with about 2 men at the back.
Strachan's still in a bit of pain there, but we'll have to drag him off this pitch. McAllister, brilliant. Cantona, excellent. Oh, just came to him too high.
Isn't it amazing? I'm looking around at a few of their team now, the Stuttgart side, and there's 1 or 2 have lost a little bit of heart for the fight. They're dying to get the final whistle.
I can confirm those scores I gave you earlier are now all final scores, so it's a good night for the Scots. Celtic, Hearts and Rangers all go through in their various European competitions. Will Leeds United or VfB Stuttgart go through in the Champions Cup? 3-1 to Leeds tonight. They're 4-3 behind on aggregate. And I have got about 16 minutes on my watch remaining, I think it is.
He's got an agonising decision, Howard, now. Whether or not to bring Hodge on, who he knows can score goals, or whether he feel he'll fit into the tempo of the game. I mean, his left-sided players are playing well, Sellers and Speed, but I just wonder whether they might have more of a nose for goals in, or even pull a defender off at the end in the last 15 minutes to put Hodge on.
Another player, the other number 7, Buck, gets another painful blow in the midriff.
He wants to come off, definitely. Earlier he was complaining about. I think he's one of them that's lost the heart for the fight.
Yes, I think there might be a few candidates if they hold up the white flag here. Buck. Frontsek. Little Kurgels head tackling, but brushed aside. Now McAllister. Good ball for Chapman. Chapman brought down, was he? No. But they have a throw, Leeds. This place will go potty if Leeds get another goal now. Batty. Comes out to McAllister, now Speed. Sellers with the shot! Oh, that was a terrific effort. Ron.
Yes, I mean it's not easy when the whole lot are charging out at you. He stayed down the line of the ball. Bit of luck, he could have just done with that, maybe dipping into the ground a bit and give the keeper a few problems.
Frontsek slices his clearance out of play, and I don't know what the final score is going to be in this game, but one thing I do know, when the final whistle goes, these Stuttgart players will be mightily relieved to hear it. They have been in an absolute cauldron here tonight.
I also get the impression now that Leeds are definitely throwing caution to the wind. I mean, we've seen Batty going up the field. I think we'll see Dorigo joining him in as well now. I think they'll say, all right, let's gamble, let's try and get it. We've got to get it to 4-1.
Got a corner.
Which, of course, does always leave themselves wide open if the Germans make a productive counter-attack. But I mean, who worries at the moment? They've got to try and force something now. Whatever happens, they've had a magnificent night, Alan.
Absolutely. If the crowd could will a goal now. Oh, they almost got one. Did it cross the line? No, it didn't.
He's also given a decision, given a foul in there.
Yes. They almost got one, though.
I mean, the ironic thing was, you know, I suppose much will be made of it if Leeds don't go through, was in the very last minute. I think whether he's give this for feet or something. No, he
can't honestly think why he blew there.
I can't think. There's no suggestion of offside.
Came off Dubicic, didn't it? The sweeper hit the underside of the bar. Anyway, play's gone on. Volta. Might have been a free kick given against Chapman. Immaterial now as Stuttgart attack again. Good tackle. Brilliant play again. Cantona on the run. McAllister there to pick it up. Speed battling away. Now Sellers. Speed there again. Brilliant. Garrigo looking for Chapman. This looks dangerous. It just fell the wrong side of him.
See what they're doing as well now, the Leeds strikers. They're taking the German markers well back. Whereas at one time they were allowing them just to push up a little bit and squeeze them up. Now they're taking them right back, which means the Leeds midfield or back players can just hit the ball any distance really and still pick up on their own players.
Volta chasing in his lone roll up front now for Stuttgart.
Yes, it really only needs the two central defenders now, Chris White and Chris Fairclough, to stand on station and let the rest drive forward, sorry.
Here's Chapman. Cantona. Batty. Strachan. Great play by Strachan. The ball a bit too deep, what a shame. Garrigo wins it back. Sellers is brought down. They've had 11 absolute heroes out there tonight for me, Leeds United. Every one of them, every man jack has tackled and run and fought and shown great heart and determination. It's been an inspiring performance by the English champions. McAllister. Strachan. Corner.
I'm just thinking there, if the little man could get some good ball possession in the box, you know, he'd attack and try and get them to commit themselves for penalties. I thought that was a situation there where he might just have caught somebody's leg as he was going past.
It's a corner and then it goes towards White. The post, it's a goal! Chapman! Amazing! Leeds United are one goal away from achieving mission impossible.
Well, that's a delightful little ball in. Chappie's got well in front of Buckvold on that one. And who knows now, they look like a pack of cards at the back. And there he is again, wrestling him again. It's a penalty if it's not a goal. That must be the fourth time he's done that, Buckvold.
What a great finish by Lee Chapman, his 7th goal of the season. And there's that scoreline, 4-1, 4-4 on aggregate. But remember, Stuttgart have an away goal. And they're about to make a substitution now. And Volta, the striker's gone off as Chapman calls for more noise. Goodness me, you could hardly get any more noise from this crowd. Adrian Nup, the little Swiss strikers, come on. And Leeds are one goal away from a miracle. 10 minutes to go. They lead 4-1. It's 4-all on aggregate. That one goal that the Germans scored here in the first half at the moment is the stumbling block. And you've got to believe Leeds can do it. They believe it, and that's the important thing. I really, really hope they get it. They have done magnificently tonight. They deserve to win this game and this tie. And all those cynics who write off English football, I hope they can watch this performance. It breaks to Garrigo. Sellers. In it goes again. Still in play. Cantona. Brilliant Cantona. Gary Speed. Goal kick.
To be fair now, every time a ball goes into the German box, you think there's a goal at the end of it, don't you? They're pushing, they're shoving, the knees are buckling. They've just got to keep this relentless pressure up. I can't see any way they're not going to get back to 5 now. I can't see any way Leeds aren't going to see this one through.
Well, in the late 70s, English clubs dominated the European Cup. Late 70s, early 80s. 6 wins in a row by English sides. The way Leeds have played here tonight, if they can get through this tie, they could restore English pride in the Champions Cup again. You've really got to believe that. They've performed so well. Chapman chasing again with Buchwald, who wins it this time. One goal is all Leeds United need, as long as they keep their own goal intact, and Lukic did brilliantly then. McAllister, 8 minutes to go. Leeds need a goal. Strachan, Chapman's header, speed, Cantona, Chapman, Dorigo, Salazar. What a shame he went out of play, and now they're going to make another substitution, the German side. Simonic is coming on for them, the number 15, and Gaudino has gone off.
Of course, if they could see the thing off now, you know, they're going to be a better side in Europe if they could just get through this round, because they're going to be a lot more experienced, and you couldn't see them being as naive as they were out in Germany in the first leg.
It's an exhilarating performance, this, by Leeds. It really is. No superlatives are too much, but they're under pressure now. Book, the man whose goal agonisingly still stands in the way for Leeds. Running hard now, but not hard enough. It's just stayed in play. 7 minutes to go. Leeds still needing a goal to win the tie, even though they lead 4-1 on the night. It's 4-4 on aggregate, and if it stays that way, Stuttgart would go through because of the away goals rule. What a sickener that would be. Strachan. Wasn't the best kick actually by Lukic, but it's come back to Leeds. Sellers. Dorigo. In high for Cantona. Front six clearance. Dorigo did brilliantly. Sellers. Oh, speed again in first. Now McAllister. That's a good looking ball in. Speed. Batty. Buchwald got it away. Strachan. Back into the box it goes. That's the place for it. McAllister. Sellers. Was that a handball? No. 20,000 people thought it was. Oh, good work by White. Oh, good ball as well. Batty. Nook gets it clear, but it's a throw into Leeds. 5 minutes to go. Can they do it? Can they get the goal? Crowd screaming for everything now every time the ball goes into the penalty box. 5 minutes away from one of the great European performances of all time if they can get another goal here, Leeds. We have to go all the way back to 19 years ago when Wolves got back from a similar scoreline against Lokomotiv Leipzig to mark the last time this kind of feat was achieved, or almost achieved in Leeds' case. Substitute again under pressure there. Simonic has conceded the throw. 4.5 minutes on my watch. A little bit of time to be added. So 5 or 6 minutes maybe of playing time here. As Batty swings it in, good looking ball towards Chapman. Back out it comes, McAllister's shot. Anywhere will do now. It's like the Alamo back there now for Stuttgart. They need the cavalry to come over the hill, but it's Leeds keeping the pressure going, and Fairclough battling away, and it's gone over the line. That's a goal kick.
Yes, he'll be spending more time now in the last few minutes in their penalty area than he will his own, Chris Fairclough. That'll be it now. The trumpets are going even louder now.
3 minutes remaining. Leeds need one more goal to go through. If they don't get it, the away goal rule will come into play and Stuttgart will progress to the next round. Come on Leeds, that's the cry all around the stadium. They conceded a free kick. And young Sperrison, who got the ball, or rather a boot in his face earlier on, I think he's still suffering from that. He looks shell-shocked, they all do.
They've also kept 7 men behind the ball for this free kick, the German team.
Wasn't a bad shot, and Lukic down to save it, oh no! Oh. I thought then they were going to snatch one right at the death that would have killed the tie.
Yeah, well, 2 magnificent saves. The first one he probably would have liked to have got hold of, but the second one, that's absolute. He will have spent hours in the week practicing it, up and down, driving forward, parries and rebounds in his goalkeeping work, and it's paid dividends there.
Nook almost made sure for Stuttgart then. Lukic, who's been brilliant tonight, kept it out. Leeds still in with a hope, and another great save.
Oh. Just shows how much a better side they are when they attack Stuttgart, aren't they?
Yes, it was Sperrison close to a goal that time, but he didn't get it, and with 1.5 minutes to go, Leeds are still looking for their 5th goal, still looking for what would be the winner. Still, they've done English football proud tonight, whatever happens.
Oh, they've had a magnificent night. Everything that Howard Wilkinson's worked for over the last 3 years or so are being shown tonight, being borne out tonight. The only thing he needs now to complete his evening is the result. Because his team have been magnificent tonight. They've ran, they've pushed it about, they've been positive, and they've never ever once thought that they couldn't win the game.
Absolutely, the belief has been there to see for all. Here's Strachan.
I mean, they could have really died, couldn't they, Alan, with when the equaliser came, but they've stuck at it.
They've got the throw. We're into the last minute. They still need a goal. They've got a throw in again. Gary Speed will launch this one as far as he can reach. And the back header by Chapman, and Cantona got the header in, and it didn't carry any weight. What a shame. And Immel was so grateful. And we have now reached 90 minutes. We're into stoppage time. Lukic has just got to hammer this one as far forward as he can. And Leeds have got to pray. Batty in. Speed's in there. Now McAllister, great ball. Sellers. McAllister. White. Got to get it forward. McAllister. Looking for Cantona in the box. And on it goes towards Chapman. Oh, if only Leeds had had an extra man, maybe Sellers will arrive. No. Keep going, Leeds. One more assault might do it. Anywhere will do for the German side. Good ball from Lukic, and on it goes to Cantona. Oh, they just had the extra defender again. Referee's looking at his watch. We've had 1 minute and 15 seconds of stoppage time. Sellers. McAllister. Great ball. But that's the end. What a tragedy for Leeds United. And you feel like crying, but at the same time you feel like applauding. One of the magnificent efforts of recent years in European football. Gordon Strachan and the Leeds team almost came back, almost achieved mission impossible. Stuttgart are out on their feet here, and in my opinion justice has not really been done.
How
thought that was a magnificent effort, but in the end, the away goal did you.
Yeah, well, that's a statement to the obvious, Gary.
Yeah.
But a magnificent effort, couldn't ask any more.
It was a brilliant night, just run out of time.
Well, we ran out of time. Not only was it a good night for us, disappointing that we lost, but I think it was a good night for English football.